Hi everybody, Paul Cameron here from SpeedUpMyJobSearch.com with some job search tactics and motivation for today. And today I want to talk to you about seriously looking for a job and what that means. Because earlier this week I spoke to a guy who had applied to a bunch of our jobs, and a couple of them were with the same client, so I told him that he needed to pick just one. But he said he was seriously looking for a job for about 6 months now, so he wanted to apply to everything. I explained to him, of course, that that's actually more harmful than helpful, and customizing his information and going after just one of them will give him better odds. And, okay, he says, whatever you think, I just seriously need to find a job, he says. So I worked with him a little bit. We moved some bullet points around on his resume and adjusted his summary statement. And it was exciting because it did start to seem like this really could be a good fit for him. And I told him, okay, just make these quick changes and shoot it over to me and I'll get it in front of the hiring manager this afternoon. And then he said, yeah, you know what, I'm really busy today. And Mondays are really always pretty busy for me. So I'll try to get to this in a couple of days. What? But you said, what? And here's the thing, this is a really common scenario among job seekers. I see this a lot. He is not the only one who's done this. Or at my job clubs, for example, the presentations that I do at these job clubs. I do a seminar where I give 10 very specific tactics, any one of which will help people land a job faster. And everyone in the room agrees that if they were to go get those slides for that presentation and implement those strategies, they will land a job faster. But out of a room of like 50 people, maybe 2 of them will actually go get the slides. And I even created a free 10-day challenge to help them implement all these ideas one step at a time. But for some reason, a majority of the people there just won't go do it. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, it's probably because the presentation's pretty terrible, Paul. Right? Well, fine. You know what? Go watch the presentation yourself. I actually recorded it so you can judge for yourself. Go to speedupmyjobsearch.com/10 and watch the presentation. Right? It's there, it's free, and it will be plain as day to you that if you do any one of those 10 tactics that I give in that presentation, any one of them, you will improve your odds of landing a job faster. But that doesn't change the fact that most people just won't do them. And I know I'm not the only coach out there who's seeing this. But I'll tell you, for you, this creates an opportunity, a potentially life-changing opportunity. And I'll show you what I mean. Do you remember when you first moved out of your parents' place and you were on your own for the first time? Right? You had the freedom to not do some of the chores that you didn't want to do, right? Like if you didn't want to do the dishes right now or clean the house or mow the lawn or whatever, there was nobody there to tell you that you had to do it. But then there was that realization that if you didn't do it, it wasn't getting done, right? And once you got into the rhythm of doing these things, even though there was nobody there to say thanks or great job or whatever, you still felt great because you knew that you were turning a corner in your life into adulthood, into independence, and you knew that you could make it on your own. You looked around your house, your well-kept house or apartment, and you said, yeah, you know what? I live here. This is my space, right? You remember that feeling? Listen, there is another corner in your life that you can turn here into a better professional career, and you can take control of this. And I know it's a pain to optimize your resume and your LinkedIn profile and to set up the key ratios that you need to keep track of in your job search. You may not feel like you should even have to do any of this stuff, but I'm telling you, when you do them and you start seeing the results of the work that you're doing behind the scenes that nobody else is seeing you do, and you're getting offers from this work that you're doing, which they will see, by the way, that is a great feeling to know that whenever you need to find another job, you have the knowledge and ability to proactively go get one in today's marketplace, which is very different than it was just the last time you were looking, right? This is the time to get it done. You just have to decide to do it. And you don't have to wait for a January 1st to get started or a first of the month or even a Monday. You can start today, whatever today is. And if you don't know where to start, then start on the speedupmyjobsearch.com/10 page. Watch the seminar, print off the slides, take the free 10-day challenge. This is all free. And by the time you're done with all this, you're going to know how to optimize your resume. You're going to know how to use LinkedIn strategically. You're going to know how to network your way into companies before they ever post a position. You're going to know how to get hiring managers invested in your search and so much more. There's really no good reason not to try it. If you're serious about finding a new job, then it's time you start doing what you need to do. There's a huge difference between saying you're seriously looking for a job and actually being serious about looking for a job, doing the things you need to do to turn the corner into a better career. Again, I'm Paul Cameron. I'm from speedupmyjobsearch.com. Please click that like button on this video if this was helpful for you, and subscribe to our free YouTube channel here to get all of our new videos as they come out. And today's the day. Make the decision to do what you need to do to land your next job. You can do this. Now, seriously, it's time to get to work.